Is
Hi, everybody. I'm Kiana, just in case you don't know me. And today we're going to be talking about meditation, affirmations, and self love. So I just want to go over what those three words mean, just in case you don't know. I know, especially within the last year or so, we've been hearing a lot of those words thrown around. So let's just get a good definition of what they are. Meditation is simply just thinking deeply or focusing one's mind for a period of time in silence or with the act of aid of chanting, either for religious or spiritual reasons or just as a method of relaxation. So you don't have to be religious or spiritual to do it. I just do it for relaxation and just to sort of de stress. So that is what I do for meditation. And it's just simply just sitting in silence, or you can have some chakra music playing or just some soft piano music or something like that. And it'll just help you focus on one thing or nothing. So that is meditation. And affirmations are just something you state as a fact to assert strongly and publicly. So either you're affirming yourself or speaking highly of yourself or something that you're trying to do or your children or whatever thought that you have in your mind, that is just affirming that particular thing. And self love is just the practice of taking care of oneself and making yourself and your wellness, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, relational, a priority in your life, and just actively practicing those things to make yourself feel better, make yourself feel good and joyous all the time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into some meditations and affirmations. Um, Usually, when I do meditation, a lot of people just think that you have to just sit in or something for a long time and it's really difficult. But you can either sit in the floor, sit in a chair, sit on the edge of your bed, just sit anywhere that's a flat surface. I prefer the floor because I just feel more grounded when I'm on the floor. You can sit with your legs out in front of you, or you can sit Indian style. So if you are able to, go ahead and try that with me. I'm sitting on the floor right now, but I'm just sitting Indian style. You can sit up against the wall like I am, or you can just sit in the middle of the floor. So, so, and some of the things that I like to think about when I'm meditating is white paint, because I know that white paint to me is just like a blank canvas, a blank slate. It's just really clean and clear. Or you can just think about the blue sky. You can just think about nothing. You can think about white walls and stuff like that. So, whatever you want to think about that's peaceful to you, just meditate on it and think about that. You can either close your eyes or you can keep them open. It's easier for me to relax and just focus on one thing when my eyes are closed. So I usually just close my eyes and then breathe deeply in for about 3 seconds, hold it, and out through the mouth. So in through the nose for about 3 seconds and hold it, and then out through the mouth. So everybody, let's try that. So close your eyes, breathe in through the nose, hold it, out through the mouth. And I also use that as a way of um, inhaling all types of positivity, inhaling good luck and different things like that, and then exhaling negativity, negative thoughts, things like that. So once again, breathe in through the nose for about 3 seconds, hold it, and out through the mouth. And you want to try to focus your breathing on your diaphragm. So when you breathe in, your stomach should be moved out, and then when you let go, of course, your stomach should deflate. So with the affirmations, I like to, depending on what I'm doing or where I'm about to go or what I'm going through in my life, I usually try to focus my affirmations on that. Right now, I just moved into a new house or whatever, so I'm trying to focus on protection, good luck, good relationships, trying to manifest trusting in reciprocal relationships. And that just means I do something for them, they do something for me, and it's just a really equal relationship. It's not to not too much that I give and not too much that they give to me and I'm taking. So some of the things that you can say, you can always start with an I am statement or I am statements. You can say I am protected and just meditate or just think on being protected. You can think of gates. You can think of different things that mean protection to you. You can think of maybe like strong men in your life or just being strong and protected and guards and soldiers and different things like that. So just meditating on different things that mean protection to you. You can also chant the word protection or just say the word protection calmly, just like protection. I am protected. I am protected in my home. I am protected in my car is protected in the parking garage. Different things like that that apply to me. But in your guys' case or for students, you can say either like my mind is protected. Um, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm able to be a student and I'm able to study from home and I don't have to go to school and worry about all the COVID stuff that's going on. I'm able to study in the privacy of my own home and I'm so happy and grateful for that. You can do, like I said, I am statements to affirm yourself or whatever you're going through. And you can also do, I am so happy and grateful now that whatever you want to happen or whatever is happening in your life. So those are a few ways to manifest things or bring things about. To get a little deeper into that, some people like candles or try to meditate on certain colors and different things like that. But I'm not that advanced. I just like to stick to the basics. So is there anything that you guys are like wanting to happen or have been thinking about here recently about anything? You guys can talk. Ismail, you look like you got something to say.
I want to pass class, that's for sure. I want a good
Okay.
GPA.
Okay, so you can do different things like meditating on what number GPA you said you want to have. Was it like a 3.5?
3.5 is the magical number.
Okay, so you can say things like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a 3.5 GPA and that I passed the semester with flying colors. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have supportive classmates that help me study and show me different ways to study and open my mind to new techniques and methods of studying and new apps and resources that help me study and learn the material better. So just try to like get really deep into it. Don't try to stay on the surface, but try to think of every little nook and cranny. Like I'm so grateful that I have big windows and I'm able to have natural lighting. Natural lighting makes me feel good, makes me feel connected to the earth. So I'm so happy and grateful now for my windows. I'm so happy and grateful now for my many devices and laptops that keep me connected to everyone that I love and appreciate. I'm so happy and grateful for hair products that keep my hair the way I want it to be and different things like that. So there's always something to be grateful for, but just getting in like a routine or a rhythm with your meditation really helps for it to be effective because you're able to just think about one thing and then go through all the little details of everything that you're thinking about to intensify your meditation and really manifest those things. And always staying in a state of gratitude really helps anyway, because being grateful will bring you more things to be grateful for. So if you have a negative outlook all the time, then most likely things are going to be cut off from you because you're not grateful for what you already have. So why would the universe or God or whatever you believe in continue to bring you things if you're not grateful for what you already have? So that is pretty much all that I have. But some of the resources that I like to use are Affirmation Babe on Spotify. I'm not sure if I'm sure there's stuff out there for men, but leaving alone like Instagram, Pinterest, you can find affirmations and stuff like that, or a list of affirmations, self-love affirmations and meditation, guided meditations. When you can just turn it on like a song or a podcast and they say the things and you have to repeat it after them, or you can just listen to it driving down the road in the car or something like that. So I think that's all that I have, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Does anybody have any questions or want me to explain anything further? Any comments?
Is there a quicker version? Like when I'm at home and my kids are on like 10,000 and I just need like a 5 second calm down routine?
A lot of people use like counting backwards, but I completely understand what you're saying. So I always say, just take a deep breath, and usually that calms you like really, really good. So just take a couple deep breaths and just say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have kids that are happy and joyous. I don't have to worry about someone else having to come into my home and help me with them because they're too much to handle or something like that. So I'm happy and grateful that I can handle it, and that I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I'm so happy and grateful that my kids are happy go lucky and joyous, and they're not like sitting in a corner just rocking or something like that. Like they're good kids that have energy. So yeah, mine do the same thing. So I'm just like, I'm glad that y'all are running around, but there's a time for that. So yeah. Or
So
just
for every negative, I'm supposed to find positive things to say.
yes. And I know it can be hard, but that's like the switch that you have to do in your mind. Like even if I was bullied in high school or something like that, I'm just so happy and grateful that they do notice me. I'm so happy and grateful that there are resources available for me to go to if it gets too unbearable. I'm so happy and grateful to have supportive parents that I can talk to openly about what I'm going through. Just trying to find the good in every negative situation. So even the situation I had the other day with the movers acting a little silly, I'm so happy and grateful that it didn't go left. I'm happy and grateful that I didn't have to call the police or anything like that. So it's always something to be grateful for. And it keeps your mood up too. When you don't dwell on the negative stuff, it keeps your mood uplifted and you find something else to be grateful for.
I think it's difficult sometimes, but especially during this COVID time, I think we are very blessed and very lucky to have a house, food, a job,
Yeah.
and a family. I hope the majority of us haven't lost anybody in our families because of this pandemic. But sometimes we forget because we are so feeling so much pressure about other things, but we don't realize how lucky and blessed we are.
Yeah. Yeah. And just taking that like 2 to 3 seconds to just breathe deeply and just think about the good, because there's always something good. Just the fact that we're breathing is enough. So it's just like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm actually breathing. I have another opportunity to either meditate or to get my mood together or to feel positive about the situation, even though it's a lot of crazy stuff that's going around either in our country, in the world, in the community. I'm just happy and grateful that I have another opportunity on this earth to breathe and to make better decisions for myself at least. So yeah, it's getting really difficult out here, but it's always something to be grateful for. Christian, do you have anything to say?
Sorry, I was just at I was testing my mic. That's why I was talking. I was making sure I could hear it. But yeah, I liked it. I did have one thing I could chime in on the power of thought, like you were talking about. There's a story I've always heard, if you wouldn't mind me sharing it.
Sure.
I don't know if you've heard it before, but it's on the power of thought, both negative and positive thought.
Mhm.
And it begins with this man, and he's walking through this forest, and he's trying to find paradise, and he finally gets to this tree, and underneath this tree is paradise. And he gets there and he thinks, I'm so hungry, I could die of hunger. And then immediately there's all kinds of feasts and dishes and food everywhere, and he thinks, how could this be? It couldn't be real. And immediately all the food's gone. So he thinks again, no, come back. So the food comes back, and he eats till he's so full, then he gets thirsty, and he thinks, oh, I'm so thirsty, I wish there was drink. And then suddenly there's drinks everywhere, and he's now no longer hungry or thirsty, but he's sitting there thinking under the tree, and he's like, how could this happen? There must be ghosts there. So then suddenly there's ghosts all around him, and they're all scary just like he thought they would be. And suddenly he thinks, oh, these ghosts will kill me, and they kill him. And it's the power of thought, from positive to negative. It's
Yeah.
controlling your thoughts.
Yeah.
So you can either increase or decrease depending on what you choose to think. And that's why I really like how Kiana, everything she did was, I'm so happy and grateful. I'm so thankful and grateful. It was all positive.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a friend that really stays in like a negative mindset. And I used to do the same thing, like when I feel like when I was in one of those spaces mentally, just always thinking negative, and something always negative would always happen too. But that doesn't mean that positive wasn't around me. It's just that I was dwelling on maybe the 10 or 20% of negative that was going on and forgetting like the 80%. Like we see it every day in media. Who knows what this group of people is actually doing on a daily basis, but we always hear it's always violence or whatever going on. It's like, okay, so watching these shows is only amplifying a small percentage, but because it's broadcast so massively, like we just think that's just reality. So like you said, the power of thought. But yeah, anybody else have any comments, questions, concerns before we head out? Alrighty then, so we will stop this recording and then start recording Whitney's.